Sergeant Central. Thank you, Sergeant check. Negative K, nothing further. Thank you, Sergeant check. 18 Sergeant Central. Thank you, Sergeant check. Negative K, nothing further. Just city camp in the corner. Sergeant Central. Thank you, Sergeant check.
We've got a code 187.
Some of my content has mention of extreme violence, sexual assault, and/or other triggering content. Discretion is advised. Hi guys, I just wanted to take the time before this video to kind of explain a little bit what I'm going to be talking about in this video. Recently, we have been battling, having discussions, and laws passed that are affecting the LGBTQ+ community. This is an issue that stands very close to my heart, and I wanted to take the time to say that Black Lives Matter, Trans Lives Matter, and Black Trans Lives Matter. Everyone matters. So today's video is going to be a little bit focused on that. Hi guys, welcome back to Code 187. Hi family, I'm so glad that you guys are here to discuss some more true crime cases with all of us. This channel is becoming a lot more discussion based. I love it. I love debating with you guys. I love learning from you guys. So I'm just ecstatic that our community is growing the way that it is. Yeah, I'm just excited, and I am telling you, the podcast is dropping very, very soon. It'll be out April 5th, 8 a.m. I will probably be posting that video that same day, and I'm ecstatic for you guys to hear it. But on to our topic of today's video. There has been a lot of laws being passed right now that are affecting the LGBTQ+ community, specifically the trans community in Texas and the LGBTQ+ community in Florida. These issues, these social justice issues, are extremely important to me, and they're so intertwined with true crime. Because if we don't have these discussions, if we don't point out that every single life matters, we get stories like the ones that I'm going to tell you today, which are horrific. So I'm going to tell you about 4 stories of trans individuals that have passed due to hate crimes. These are all focused around the trans community, bettering the trans community, and there are 2 stories of the Black trans community. Every life is important, every life matters, so please take the time to hear about these cases. The first case that I am starting out with today is of Angel Mayara. I'm so sorry if I pronounce your last name wrong. I am trying. She was 36 and she passed on November 11th, 2021 in Pennsylvania, Alpacupa, Pennsylvania. Police were called to a housing complex in that city of Pennsylvania for a welfare check. However, 911 was called at the same time, so I don't know how all of that was set up and how all of that worked, but first responders did respond. The person there with the victim said there seemed to be a struggle and a break-in. Angel was found shot inside the apartment. She was pronounced dead at the scene. Angel's family is seeking answers because this seemed to be a hate crime, but is being investigated as a homicide. Angel, or as some called her, B, was part of the transgender community. It was sad to see how she was viewed in the media Many sources used her dead name as well as misgendering her. And it's like re-victimization. You're not only telling this story of how this person died by a hate crime, labeling it as a homicide, and then completely taking that person's essence away. And you're getting hit, and the family is getting hit twice with hate and unacceptance of your trans loved one. So let's all say her name, Angel, and remember her for this beautiful, feisty woman that she was. We remember you, Angel. There is a GoFundMe set up for Angel. It does label her as B or her dead name in the GoFundMe, but it is going towards Angel and her family. So, as always, my resources will be below too. This next case was very twisty-turvy. It seems to be done with no reason other than maybe a hate crime, but we still don't really know. And that is the case of Oliver Ollie Taylor. Ollie was 17 years old, and he died on May 20th in Oregon. On May 12th, 2021, an individual shot 22-year-old Eric Reed and then kidnapped 17-year-old Ollie and fled the scene. This resulted in a massive police chase and an exchange of gunfire. Police arrested the gunman and then found Ollie was shot in the passenger seat. They took Ollie to the hospital, but he passed just a short time later. The suspect was taken into custody. He was charged with multiple counts of attempted murder, kidnapping, and attempting to elude police. Eric Reed did end up living through his injuries. On September 22nd, 2021, the 21-year-old man accused of kidnapping and shooting Ollie died by suicide. He was in the Marion County Jail when he committed suicide. We still don't know exactly the motive for the kidnapping or the shooting. It is unclear if Ollie was targeted because he was transgender. The police are saying that doesn't seem to be a motive, but it definitely could have been. Ollie was very active in the Future Farmers of America organization. He was said to have a super quirky sense of humor. Ollie is truly missed and was a bright light in their community. There is a GoFundMe set up for Ollie's family. You can find that below, as well as my resources for this case. Our next beautiful soul that we are going to talk about is 44-year-old Miss Coco. She died August 7th in Dallas, Texas. Miss Coco was originally from Kansas City, Kansas. She was part of the homeless population in Dallas when she was murdered. They found Miss Coco shot to death in a homeless encampment. She was known for her big personality and definitely being proud of who she was. The Dallas Police Homicide Unit is investigating her death as a hate crime unless evidence comes up that it's not. The suspect and motive in this case remains unclear. The Dallas Police Homicide Unit is currently investigating the death as a hate crime. However, gender identity is not a protected characteristic under the Texas hate crime law. So thank you to those police who are investigating this as it should be. Anyone with any information of the death of Miss Coco is asked to contact Detective Frank Sierra at 671-4320. His email and his number will be below and also on the screen, or Crime Stoppers. Our next case is crazy, and I cannot believe that I didn't hear it before I started researching this. And that is of Jo Acker. She was 26. She died October 25th in Boise, Idaho. On October 25th, 2021, a gunman entered Boise Town Square Mall in Idaho and opened fire. 2 people lost their lives that day, and many others were injured. It could have been 10 times worse if it hadn't have been for Jo Acker. Jo was a 26-year-old woman working as a security guard for the mall that day. She was killed when she confronted the gunman. Jo ran into danger to help save the lives of those around her. Jo confronted the shooter on the first floor of the mall, and he shot her. She did die at the scene. A man who was also at the mall that day, Roberto, who's 49, was killed, and at least 4 other people were injured. The shooter, whose name I will not mention, was taken into custody after the shooting, but died the next day. The shooter did exchange gunfire with the police that day. Jo is a hero. She saved so many people by putting other people before her own life. She has a daughter who is 3 and a partner of 3 years. She was known to confront bullies and help other people. Jo Acker is amazing. If we had more people like Jo, life would just be so much of a better place. Her GoFundMe is also posted below if you want to donate to Jo. 2021 is the deadliest year on record for transgender, non-binary, and gender non-conforming Americans. As of December, The Advocate has documented that 50 members of this population have died by violence, surpassing 2020's record of 44. Unfortunately, Black trans women are the majority of the victims. They are often endangered by racism, sometimes poverty, as well as transphobia. But trans men and other members of the LGBTQ+ community, as well as many other people of color, are also victims of violence. Trans people often go through a lot of domestic and dating violence as well. This is someone killing you just for who you are. And I feel like we've come a little bit of a way as far as transphobia in the last couple of years, but there's still a long way to go. My heart goes out to the families of all these victims. Like I said, they were victims of violence, and then they were re-victimized in the media, and that just breaks my heart. If you want to donate to any of these GoFundMes, they will be in the description box below. I encourage you to go out and look at the page. Let me look at the name of this. The Advocate has just pages and pages of names and pictures, and it's overwhelming how many people of the trans community are being killed every year. There are many, many resources for the trans and LGBTQ+ community that I will list below if you want more information about these issues. Thank you guys for listening to these cases. I know some of them are very hard to hear, but they're very important. Transphobia and homophobia is something that we've had for so long that people sometimes overlook how violent it can be. Hate crimes are very real. They are still happening in 2022, and it's just crazy to me that people still kill other people because they hate a part of them. Thank you so much for listening to these stories. I will put a trailer for the podcast. It is really good, and I really am excited for you guys to hear it. All right, I will see you guys next time. Bye. Those just, they get me because I have to know what happened.
Yes. Then the FBI guy could have been connected to the black market kind of thing, you know? Oh. You're gonna frustrate the heck out of me. I got so much excitement from listening to this case, and then I'm also trying to communicate all this stuff to you guys, and it's like, so.
Right.
I
really messed you up. I'm sorry.
It's like every time we kept naming stuff, I was like, he did it, he did it, he did it. And then it would be like, you know what, maybe he did. And then you would say something else. And it just keeps piling up. Well, see, I mean, even like as you're telling me this stuff, I'm like, oh yeah, it was an accident. Maybe murdered. Oh, it was an accident. Murder. And so it's like, I
can't believe you just solved that case.
People are gonna be like, I love the show so much, and it fills me with emotion. It's like 1 week I'm happy, the other I'm sad, the other days I'm frustrated trying to figure stuff out.
For sure. My whole goal in life is to every week just blow people's minds. So
yep.
But there's people on both sides. There's people that really believe that he was murdered. There's people that really believe it was a tragic accident. Mm-hmm. And then there's me. I have no idea.
Negative K, nothing further, just take a cab in the corner. Thank you, Sergeant check.
We've got a hold 187.
Officers on the scene.
Hi guys, I just wanted to say I hope you enjoyed this video. If you like any of the content for Code 187, please click that subscribe button, that like button, that share button. Help us out, help us grow. You can find us on your favorite podcast platforms. Yeah, check us out on there. Give us some ratings. Tell us what you think. We're also across every social media on Code 187. So we're on TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. I think that's it. And of course, YouTube. So please, please, please subscribe if you like our content and spread the word. We'll see you guys next time. Bye.